Hello there. Welcome to my Q&A video. Why am I doing this? Something I may well have asked myself a lot more frequently over the years, in all honesty. But in this case, it is to hopefully give you loyal subscribers a bit more of an idea as to how all this came to pass. For everyone else, just some more mildly amusing extra scrappy drivel. Claire and I had it in mind to do a Parkinson-style interview with her asking me various questions, but if you listen to the bloopers at the end of the video Bedford TK plays chicken, you will realise that that idea had shit shower written all over it. What's the channel all about? Or indeed, and your point is? In a nutshell, I was taken ill just over a year ago with COVID and suffered one or two of those rare moments of clarity. The upshot of which being that if I didn't want all my daft stories and experiences to be gone for good, then I had better think of a novel way to share them with the world sooner rather than later. This in the vague hope that someone would actually give a shit. The two books I had previously already written in draft form some years ago, but the way folk enjoy their entertainment in more modern formats now, despite being something of a Luddite, meant I decided to embrace technology and attempt to publish in installments here on YouTube. I am no diarist, but my brain quite weirdly retains useless fine detail on trivial things that happened decades ago, whilst ignoring vital information that is often needed in the present. This, Claire tells me, means I can paint a vivid picture, giving the feeling to my listener is hurtling back to the very era I am invoking. Handy, really, when I'm adding snippets to my video narrative, and suddenly I recall a scene from a TV show we all watched 40 years ago that ties in with the point in the story I'm at. A messed up type of psychologist mind association game, or just bizarre? I leave you to decide. By keeping the pictures relevant to the era, it was the only way not to bore the arse off of everyone with my monologue. My stepson Andrew, having read some of my first drafts, confided in his mother that my grammar is truly abysmal. That, in truth, was how I wanted and needed it to be written. I'm a rural man, with no front teeth and a strong Herefordshire Gloucestershire borders accent. You may even have noticed. If the recollections were written and told in pure correct English, then that would be like the Clash singing with an Oxbridge accent. Also, the style is to deliberately give you, the viewer, the feeling of being party to a guy telling a tale inside the back bar of a country pub during a boozy winter Sunday evening. Several of you have asked how did I become a scrap dealer in the first place. The mechanics of how this happened are in the video, Scrapyard Bedford CF Goes to Town. But in truth, the more pertinent question is, how could I not have become a scrap dealer? It was a gift for someone like me. I already knew from childhood experiences at school that I struggled with figures of authority and accepting discipline, just because he or she said it was to be so. My brain instantly questioned the validity of these people. It wasn't a lack of work ethic. My parents and grandparents had certainly drilled that into my brain right enough, but I was only willing to work both for and at what I wanted. Discovering motorcycles and the freedom riding them instantly opened up to me was the first step into a world bubbling beneath the surface. Along with meeting my dear friend and local character Paul Archer, it made me aware that a man could make a living without going down the allocated parking space and degree requiring routes life now seems to demand. From a very young age, I have faced unseen challenging situations with my physical health, so the flexibility of working for oneself also was a factor in where and how I ended up. That old line, if you enjoy your job, you will never work a day, certainly applied to me. I just couldn't believe the people who perceived me didn't get the joke. I was totally taking the piss most of the time, riding around in battered lorries and cars or racing ancient motorbikes, and all whilst making what I saw as free money for having just a laugh. It was like someone had given me the keys to a golden crapper. After 22 years of all this, in 2014, I was forced to call time on my life as a scrap dealer and vehicle dismantler. My body cried enough, and that bright burning candle that was always inside me had taken its toll. The yard was cleared, and I was a scrappy no more. Since then, I have not lain around idle, though. The many projects and ideas keep me busy, and my brain teems with new ones daily. One of you asked what my favourite car or vehicle was. Well, aside from the Ford Cargo tilt and slide recovery lorry I have now owned for over 20 years, I would have to say my Vauxhall Cavalier, the old Mark II SRI 130 saloon car. It did everything I asked of it and more. Nearly killed me on several bloody occasions, the stories to which are coming in good time. It also towed a towing dolly, put up with having its rear seats removed, and so being used as a van to deliver car spares around the local garages at high speed daily, and really cost nothing to run. What is next for this channel? Well, the main goal is to get that glorious 1,000 subscribers as to become monetized, the earnings from which are to go towards publishing the first book in the proper way. Imagine actually getting paid for telling the tale of various bullies and idiots' actions in my life. Surely, that has to be the biggest fuck you of all. I'd like to thank you all who watch regularly. I am humbled and amazed in equal measure. It really is appreciated, and we'll see you all shortly soon for the next Scrapyard Life tale. All the best, and please take care. Hello there. Thank you for watching my video. If you enjoyed this one, or would like to see some more, please subscribe to my channel and also share, as it really is appreciated. All the best to you. Take care. Ta-da.